I'm the actress. Welcome to Born to Be Free. If you've been with me since I started my journey here on the continent, thank you so much for your love and your support. If you're new to my channel, welcome up. Bye. Man, I've missed you all so much. I've missed you all so much. Thank you all so much for your support. I see that the channel is still growing, still getting a lot of followers and subscribers rather. Still getting a lot of views. I want to say thank you all so much for your love and your support. But I've been a little busy with a few things. Your girl's got to eat out here in this Ghana street. As you guys already know, things are very expensive in Ghana. Okay, but we're not here to talk about how expensive things are. Um, within the past 2 years, I've learned a lot living in Ghana. I've learned a lot about how the Ghanaians move, and I love how they move. I love your entrepreneur drive. I don't think I can say I've met a lazy person in Ghana. Um, everyone, everyone's always hustling, looking to make ends meet, not letting, the current economic situation get to them, and I love that. Um, so when certain things happen, um, I tend to reflect back on my siblings, spirit, how they do things. For example, recently, um, there was a strong storm, and it took out my trees. And I remember first feeling a little sad and tired, and I don't know, because I like the trees a lot. I love my planting tree, and I still love them because they're growing back. But seeing them down kind of broke my spirit a little bit. But after, thinking about it for like 5 or 10 minutes, Spirit was like, go cut the trees and throw them in a bag and, start letting certain things impact you and keep it moving. And I remember just thinking about myself and not realizing that, the storm had a major impact on almost everyone here on this estate. Uh, I remember after, like, the next day, it was still raining, and early in the morning, there was a waste and sewage big truck that came, and I guess they were cleaning um, out someone's house, and because the waste, they actually had to pour it in, like, the drain around the house. So, and I remember telling myself, "Oh, Dee, go close your windows. Your entire place will end up smelling like waste." So I ended up running, closing my window and stuff, and then I started seeing a lot of trees and things being put in the back, thrown away. It was a lot of trees, like bananas trees and plantain tree and so forth. And I remember thinking to myself, no one's out here moping around being sad. Everyone, the way I saw things were everyone was pretty much looking at the next step, what they needed to do next, maybe plant more trees or, what they needed to do, and so forth. No one was here crying about the impact that the rain had on them. And I love that spirit. And that made me even stronger. I remember when the lady opened the gate, I can kind of, I saw her face, and I knew that the storm had a major impact on her. And I saw her face, but no one said anything. No one was crying. No one was moping around. And that made me stronger because at the end of the day, when things happen, people find different ways to make ends meet. And I love that. Uh, Another thing is, recently I needed my place. I was looking for someone to clean around the house and to kind of like trim the grass or the weeds and stuff that had grown up because we're in rainy season now. And I reached out to the first person. The first person I reached out to was actually security, admin. He's not security. He's admin. He's admin. And he was like, okay, I'll find you someone, but we don't really have a lot of people working and so forth. Um, because I think people were still cleaning and putting things together from the storm that we had. And I said, okay. But he showed up a day or two later and said, oh, well, the person, the guy that's supposed to clean the place said that he wouldn't do it for less than 1,000 CDs. And I'm like, 1,000? I usually pay like 25, 30 CDs just for someone to, just trim the grass and stuff around the house a little, make the place look nice. And I said to myself, what would a Ghanaian do? They would stay here, they wouldn't trip about it, they would move on to the next step and find someone else. And that's exactly what I did. I found someone else within my price range. I even paid him a little bit more. He did a wonderful job, and I was excited. And I'm just saying that to say, when things happen, there are always other options, uh, solutions, and that's what I learned from the Ghanaians, and I love that. But other than that, things have been good. Things have been pretty good on the property. Nothing out of the norm has happened. Oh wait, there was one thing. Um, the water guy, the guy that's in charge of the water, I guess, making sure that the water things are running on the property as they should. He woke me up one morning after the storm, and he woke me up to show me a dead snake that was in front of my place. And he told me that he killed the snake. Um, and I was a bit surprised that, to be honest, I was a bit surprised to know that there was actually a snake laying around in this community, because there's always people going around doing different things in the community. And there are a lot of cats everywhere. There's cats in everything. They just come on the property whenever they feel like it. Sometimes I have to chase them off the property. But I was a bit surprised to see that there was a black snake in front of my house, but he killed it. He showed me that he killed it, and I was like, oh, okay, thank you very much, thank you. And we were chatting a little, and he said that yeah, he had to turn off. He turned off my water. He was the one that turned off my water because the property owner, there was a balance that the property owner didn't cover. And I was a bit surprised to hear that because, um, it's one thing to assume that someone did something, but to hear it from them, to hear it, to listen to them utter out those words, it's a whole nother thing. Um, and I know you've seen me before, many times before, but I was a bit surprised to hear that. And a bit surprised to hear that he didn't know I was Liberian and so forth. But I was glad that he killed the snake. And he threw the snake in the back. But I asked him, I said, so how come you didn't say anything to me, But he said he didn't really know someone lived here, even though he seen me several times on the property. I've seen him touch the water pump before. But the old me would have reacted differently. But since I've been learning how my siblings, how the Ghanaians do things, and how they respond to things, it made me respond a little differently than before. I said, okay, you know. I left it alone because that was in the past. Um, yeah, that was in the past. I've learned ways. I've learned how to harvest water now. Um, I've learned how to do many different things since that situation transpired 6 months ago. It's been 6 months, so I just decided to let it go. I chatted with the new security uh, head of security, and we both of us we said the same thing. Security said the snake. There was a snake in front of your house. The cats didn't get to it. I said apparently not. You know, but he saw the snake. Oh, and he said it was inside of the water. Um, the place where the meter is inside of that little box, the snake was inside of there, and he happened to look inside of that space, and he saw it, and he took it out, and he killed it, and I loved that, and I was grateful for that. But yeah, security and I was, yeah, we agreed. We were just like, yo, like all these cats, they didn't get, no, the cats didn't get it. So I'm saying all of that to say, I've been learning a lot about how, Ghanaians do things and how, when it seems like there's no solution to a situation, there's many, 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 different solutions to a situation. But other than that, things have been great. Things have been good. I would try, I've said this before, I would try to post as a little bit more consistent, uh, post consistently, but yeah, I would do my best. A snake in front of my house with all these cats always around my place. Man, I can't make these things up. But guys, things have been good. That's just funny. Things have been very good. But the funny thing about that story is, after he said it was a snake, that's when I got that $1,000. That's when I got that comment that it would cost $1,000, 1,000 CDs to get my place, to clean around the house, to trim it and make it look good. But yeah, but other than that, things have been good to the bloodline, always. I thank you all so much for your love and your support. Always, absolutely nothing is possible without you all. Nothing is possible